extras video here. Well, I guess maybe not so quick because it's 14 minutes, but it's more like a death roll more than anything else. Various death animations are when you're running up the tower to save Bayonetta, or Jean, depending on who you're playing, or Zero.
The shadow remains cast.
I figured I would include these deaths mainly because there are some interesting ones, not here but later on. Also, main objective for this video was to show off attacks that Jubileus doesn't do when she's enraged, which I believe both playthroughs I've had she was enraged. So there's that. Yes, lots of death here. And here's just an example of how long you can fall. You can technically save yourself here if you try and if you're within range of the deer or decorations. You could try and unbend spear towards them. But no, if you fall off, you're pretty much dead. Probably burn up in the Earth's atmosphere at that. Anyway, getting to the meat of the action here. Here I'm going to show off Jubileus' attacks here. So we've seen these ones before, but I figured I should show them off. She's got an electric area of attack, as well as firing fireballs. And one which she also doesn't do that often in the first phase, but she can summon the ice balls. Also, there's a 3-punch combo. If you dodge the last one successfully, you can get Witch Time. And she does have these attacks later in the fight, but this is the only one she does in the first stage. It's a meteor storm. And sometimes she will also summon that lovely firebird there. I'm not really sure what determines that. All you know is when you're trying to attack the hair parts, you will hear that bird cry. Getting to the second stage now, fire level. Of course you want fire Durga on your feet, and here we're just going to get a look at the environment here. Of course we have the hair sections firing balls at you. We've also got the return of those fire spirits that we saw from the burning ground initially. Sometimes you get those eruptions as well, and you can run into them and get hurt. All the elemental stages have that attack there, those darts, I guess you can call them. But yes, you can see here that the terrain here is constantly attacking you, trying to kill you, very slowly. Oh yes, one thing which I did not mention because I didn't remember their name, those little heads that Jubileus can summon, they're called drones, and they only have one attack, which is when they speak and they charge at you. You can dodge that for Witch Time, or you can block it. Now, the ice stage. This is one of my favourite stages of this boss fight. You want to put on Odette or Karen for this. Okay, not sure why I kept this in. To me, for some reason, this terrain seems a little bit more hazardous. You've got that attack there for starters, and you've got that attack there. You've got these big ice balls that will slowly roll towards you, and if you get hit with it, you get squashed like that. By the way, if you get squashed by a golem in Paradiso, A Remembrance of Time chapter, it's the same animation there as well. I'm showing it off again because she does a little pose where she reforms. But you can see here there are icicles also falling on the ground, and if one of those hit you, you also get frozen. And the pillars of light that you sometimes see that can freeze you if you stay still. Right, now the electric stage is probably the easiest, relatively speaking. I mean, the most difficult part about it is navigating the jump button, I suppose. By the way, if you chill out on these little platforms for too long, a lightning strike will come and destroy the platform, like so. Luckily you won't fall to your death though, you'll just get attacked by a tornado, which does surround the arena in this level. You can see it in the background there actually. There's also a lightning strike there, and it's a bit hard to see, but if you dodge that you go which time. Now, this part here. This part seems easy if you continually jump, but if you take too long, the platforms will get destroyed and you will get put back onto the beginning platform, which is stable. But once that platform near Jubilee's head is destroyed, it will take a while for it to come back. So this is actually the first time this has ever happened to me, so I was jumping on these platforms hoping to find a way to get closer to Jubilee's, but it just wasn't happening. It is a little bit awkward, in case you couldn't tell. Mainly because the jumping from platform to platform mechanic is a little bit temperamental. And I've got to say one thing, normally the sound design in this game is really amazing, but this is just one instance where it's kind of awful. Because in case you can't hear it, when you get caught in a tornado, sometimes the sound will just loop endlessly and it sounds awful. Anyway, let's forget about that. So, the final third of the fight, Jubilee's gains a couple of new attacks. This one is the one you want to look for. The Galaxy one, which turns you into your baby self. It should be noted that the final punch you will always turn back into your adult self, just in time to dodge it. And we've already seen Bayonetta's baby form a lot throughout the game, so there's no difference there. But here's a cool Zero. You just get turned to one of the infernal demons. Right, this attack here. I did mention it's an instant death if you get sucked in. However, in a pinch, if you need to, as long as you're not touching the ground, you will not get sucked into the black hole. Seems kind of silly, but it works. So in the third stage, she also gains a couple of new, I guess, minor environment attacks. This one here is a laser, kind of electric based, I suppose. Those lasers will follow you, it's a little bit annoying. But other than that, no real danger. And in addition to electric and fire, there's also obviously an ice one. Nice little hailstorm happening here. And yes, that is lag there, by the way. Okay, climax time. If you miss it, things just continue on as normal. I believe the music doesn't change either to the climax music. So this time we'll hit the climax. And I believe I mentioned it in the non-stop infinite climax video, but there is a time limit here, an unknown time limit. You can just chill out here and not actually bother going up the little hair stair. And you just saw it there before, there's a little meteor strike. It's like a sort of, I guess, last-ditch attempt at trying to get rid of you. And that's what it's like when she catches you. Yeah, there's that meteor strike again. But I think most people wouldn't be stuck in this situation. So she can grab you here, she tries to grab you twice, and then her third attempt is a punch. Oddly enough, I did try to get hit by the punch here, but... okay, I dodged that one, but it's coming up soon. So if you just chill out here after tying Jubileus up, not doing anything, she will get free of her bonds any minute now. And things continue as normal. So there's what I was saying, if you just keep running, she won't be able to punch you. Oh yeah, those climax QTEs, if you miss any of them from the boss, it will either give them their health back, like a small section of their health, or it will end in death. The one instance I'm thinking of is with Yastia. Anyway, here's what happens when you crash into a planet. Not that anyone cares, because I believe that was Pluto, and no one cares about Pluto. It's not even a planet anymore. Okay, here's the one which I had never seen before. So when you're breaking up the body of Jubileus, if you do take your sweet ass time, for some reason, this happens. Somehow, this tiny chunk of Jubileus manages to destroy the world. I don't really get it. But there you go, that's what happens when you let that time limit run out. Oh, and I mentioned how you can technically miss these 3 verses. I'd never actually managed to do this because you just want to fight, but if you just chill out, John will just stare at you and not try to attack you. Yeah. So, after all that, I'm going to show off an award that isn't a platinum for once. If you rack up 5 deaths or more, I think it's 5 deaths, after a certain number of deaths, you will get a stone award. I think I'll actually explain the awards later on in another video. But that wraps it up for this video, and I will see you guys another time.